Now, many of you will know that sometime last week, in fact, I think on Friday, I was asking about the total battery swaps that Nio has been completing, or that the Nio users have been completing onto Nio's battery swapping stations. And I said I was looking for information. I was not finding that information. But today, it gives me greater joy that obviously that information that I've been looking for, I finally found it. And guess what? We have got an all-time high in terms of the total battery swaps that were completed by the Nio and Envoy users. This is something that is just so great. And before we go into that information, please guys, like this video, please subscribe, please hit on the notification bell, because like I said, it always takes me some time to make videos like this, but you know I've been consistent when it comes to giving you the Nio videos, right? Because it's important that people out there, especially those that don't know much about Nio, they can get to receive this kind of content, which is why I always ask you to also share it with your friends, because you never know who wants to hear just this news that I'm dropping on this video, right? So it will help the Nio community to be strong. It will help us squeeze out the short sellers, which is something that is very, very good. So please like, please subscribe if you've not done that already. And those that have been subscribing, that have been liking, guys, I really appreciate. Now back to the video. So like I said, during the national holiday, which is still underway, we learned something very interesting, because as seen on the screen, notice that that information highlights that at actually the day or the start of this holiday, Wednesday last week, Nio total battery swapping stations got to 145,820 just for Wednesday alone. This is something that is great, because I mean, look, actually from last week on Monday, you will notice there that on Monday, Nio's battery swap were 99,701, followed by Tuesday 129,509, then Wednesday 145,820, Thursday 140,350, Friday 135,633, Saturday 137,900. So the average of these 6 days, it is around 131,486. This is the average, which on a daily basis, which on a weekly you are looking at 788,913, which is roughly around 5,479 battery swaps per hour. Now Nio, you will know that the total battery swapping stations which they have is like what, 3,520, and these, of course, swaps that were seen, I mean, from that 137,900, apparently the average of battery swaps is currently sitting at 39, based on the total battery swapping stations that Nio has. You will notice that 39 is the total battery swaps count, which the latest one, it was referring to the fourth, which was 137,000, right? And divide by the total battery swapping stations, which is 3,520, it will give you that 39, which is something that is just so great, and it shows you the kind of great work that Nio is putting for all to see. Battery swapping stations are the game changer in the fast growing EV space. Don't let anyone fool you. Don't let anyone come and tell you that it's a waste of money, it's a waste of time. No, 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 no. Battery swapping station technology, it is a technology that is the game changer, because instead of users going to fall in or line in the queue for getting the chargers, which we saw that it was a mess over the weekend, people were fighting for chargers like crazy, whilst on the other hand, Nio's users that have subscribed to bus are going to battery swapping stations. There were no fights at all, because Nio had made designated lanes for those that are going to utilize their battery swapping station, which is something that shows you the premium experience that we always talk about when it comes to Nio and their users, right? It is out of this world. And knowing that in as much as we were seeing people fighting for chargers, and some of those chargers are next to Nio's battery swapping stations, and people do not see other new energy vehicle car makers like Nio fighting for the chargers, especially those that subscribe to bus. Guess what is going to happen? In the near future, they will end up converting into Nio cars or into Nio sub-brand cars because of the battery swapping capabilities, because it takes away the stress of ending up fighting for chargers. Because from what we saw this weekend, it looks like during peak times like the holidays, the chargers are still not sufficient to charge, of course, the total number of cars that are on the streets, or the total number of new energy vehicles on the streets of China. That's what we saw, or that's what we can say. But thank God, Nio is not only aggressive onto deploying their battery swapping stations, but they are also aggressive when it comes to deployment of charging infrastructure. So Nio, it is one of the companies with most charging infrastructure. In fact, it was the company with most company infrastructure until Li Auto realized that they need to also aggressively ramp up their charging infrastructure. Right now, I think Li Auto has got more chargers than Nio, but it's not a train smash, right? And it's quite interesting to see that Li Auto has got more chargers, because most of their cars anyways are still extended range or hybrid cars, but Nio, on the other hand, it's fully EV cars. I mean, Nio has also done a report that shows that 80% of the time that their chargers are being used, it's not Nio users, it's other Chinese new energy vehicle brands, which is something that is very, very good, and it shows you that obviously there's still a good demand for infrastructure for new energy vehicle cars like Nio. And this includes not only the chargers, but it also goes and includes them, of course, battery swapping stations, which is absolutely great, something that is very, very good. So yeah, my friends, I remain long, I remain strong onto Nio, and I just thought I'd quickly come and give you this update. Tell me what you think about this. I will see you on the next one though. That is all from me, and God bless you all.